Hello everyone, welcome to my channel AstroEZ, where today we are continuing on with our series of Sun in various houses of our D1 or lagna chart. We have already done Sun in the first house, and if you have not yet watched that video, do go and watch that. And today we are going to discuss about Sun in the second house of your lagna chart. Now, Sun in the second house of your Lagna chart gives you both positive and negative results. As a natural malefic planet, but Sun in the second house ensures that you will grow in your financial status and you will grow from your financial condition. So, for example, if you were a middle class when you were a child, you would see that as you go on in your life, your financial condition it grows with you as well. So you have tremendous opportunities and chances to become financially very wealthy, and Sun in the second house ensures that you grow through life. And because the second house represents liquid assets, money, accumulated wealth, your lineage, your family life, your parentage, etc., it definitely makes sure that you are on a better position from where you had started. Now, a successful career is ensured as well, since it is fifth from the 10th house. And Sun in the second house, it also makes you a very proud, straightforward, honorable, ambitious, generous, compassion. But sometimes that pride may take a negative turn, and that can be a bit of a problem. You can be very proud of your own lineage, and that can be a bit of a negative trait here, where Sun is posited in the second house of your chart. It also makes you want to take a leadership role in your own house as well. Like, you would like to be the leader of your household, you would like to manage the household, and you would also gain a lot of support from both your mother's and your father's side. But sometimes the support is way too much. You sometimes we see that the father supports the child so much that they become spoiled later in life. So as I said, there are both good sides to this placement as well as bad sides. Now, if we look at the other things, we can see that it may involve you in your own child's life very much. So, in the upbringing of your own child, you will also take a very prominent role. But on the negative side, you will be so much involved with the life of your children that even after they are grown up and they are married, you would still want to be as much involved in their lives, and that may cause a little bit of conflict. So, look out for that. Now, career wise and financial status wise, this placement is actually very positive, because it gives you a successful life in your career. Uh, Definitely, you will be more inclined to do public service and politics, all that sort of thing that Sun represents. You may desire to be in a high authoritative position in the government, and because you desire it, you would work towards it, and there is a high chance that you will get a very good position in the government or in the politics later on in your life. Now, friends, when we see that from the second house, Sun is also aspecting the eighth house directly. It may also mean that you can generate your income from occult sources as well, because eighth house in astrology, it represents the occult sciences and the secretive things, the businesses that are very unorthodox, and like astrology and palmistry, even holistic healing or something like that. So keep that in mind, that Sun in the second house may give you like multiple income sources, and if you try to practice astrology or any other type of occult science with this type of placement in your chart, you will definitely be very successful. But here, Sun in the second house also gives the native eye problems. I have seen it in many charts that people with this type of placement, the native may have eye problems. And especially if you are running the Sun Mahadasha in your lifetime, this thing gets very prominent. I have seen in many charts with this placement. And especially if they are running the Sun Mahadasha, they have developed cataract or myopia, or if the sun is in a very very beneficial position, then it's just some sort of eye infection or something that bothers them. In any case, you would have to make some sort of expenses, or like you have to spend a little bit of money to take care of your eye, so sun gives you that thing. Now, moving on, friends, when we talk about the effect of sun in your married life, so this position is not as much positive when it comes to your relationships and married life. Even though I've said that it is a very very good position for your wealth and finances, on the other hand, it gives a lot of ups and downs in your personal life, in your married life, and mostly it is generated because of ego issues. And sometimes your spouse and you have so much difference in opinion when it comes to money management, so that can give conflict. And now, friends, as from the second house, it is directly aspecting your eighth house. And the eighth house, as we know, is also the in laws house of our chart. So we can say that the sun may give like a wealthy yet dominating, demanding, and authoritative in laws. So, the in laws' expectations from the native will be very high, and the native may feel a lot of pressure from the in laws. So, and there even can be like inheritance related issues with the in-laws. There may be a lot of conflict with the in-laws regarding that. So gaining inheritance from the in-laws is kind of problematic for the native. But sometimes we also see that it gives a very early marriage. It makes a yoga for early marriage, but for that we also have to see the other planetary placements as well. So marriage in itself can be against the wish of the in-laws. I have seen it in many charts as well that the in-laws are not very much in favor of the native and their spouse getting married, and they would create troubles and obstacles before marriage and even after marriage. Though the marriage will be a long one, the divorce aspect or the separation aspect is not here. There will be troubles. Okay, so married life but turbulent, keep that in mind. We also see that family life is very very important for the native, and he or she desires the materialistic pleasures of life. He or she enjoys making money, accumulating money, and that becomes a very the goal of the life for these people. And well, other than that, I can say that this placement also, it makes the person very family oriented, as I just said. So they will try their best to support their family. They are not the kind of people that would discard their family if a problem arises. If anything, they would take the role of a leader and they would support their child, their brothers and sisters. The family life is very very important for them, and they get this pleasure from being involved in the family matters. They want to be involved in everything. So, and okay, another good thing that I've missed out is that though there are troubles in the life, in the love life of the native, there are many ups and downs in the love life of the native. There can be many affairs and encounters before marriage as well, and after marriage too. The ego issues and stuff, they can create conflict between you and the spouse. We have also seen that because sun in the second house gives so much ambition and straightforwardness, and such a good nature of the native, it does not hold them back. Like, heartbreaks will be encountered by you, but you will also be able to get over them, and you are able to focus on the good things in life. You are also able to focus on the other family relations in your life. So for example, if you are having a troublesome relationship with your spouse, I have seen in many cases that natives with displacement, they go on and they involve themselves more with the upbringing of the child, and supporting the siblings, and making sure that the father and the mother, they are all well and good. So they always find something within the family to take the mind off of any conflict with the spouse or in their personal life. And yeah, this is a very good placement for finances. And at the end of the day, with this type of placement, if you actively try to manage your ego and pride, it can give you very, very good results, even in the relationship aspect as well. So this is all for today. So I will see you in the next video, where we talk about sun in the third house. And before I go, let me mention this once again, that it is a generalized characteristic of sun in the second house. And I have not talked about the specific characteristics that sun can give in different zodiac signs, or what happens if it is debilitated or retrograded, or if it's not in a favorable position, or what happens if it is conjunct with other planets. And I will cover all of that in later videos, but for now, this is a general overview of what happens if sun is in the second house. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.